historical figure.
And we all know he comes in as a cop, and we all kind of go like
Okay. Okay, welcome to the Murdoch Mysteries Facebook Live Q&A.
Are we on?
Yeah,
Hi,
Hello, everybody.
Yay! We are so glad that you could join us. Be sure to keep in touch with us throughout this live stream in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from because, we'd love to know. We've got some exciting questions to ask the cast that you submitted, but first let's introduce our wonderful guests. With us today we have Helene Joy, who plays Dr. Julia Ogden.
Hello.
We have Lachlan Murdoch, who plays Constable Higgins.
Hello, everybody.
Christian Brune, who plays Constable Jackson.
Hi. What?
And Arwen Humphreys, who plays Margaret Brackenreed.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome,
Hi, everyone.
Arwen's sorry, don't worry.
Okay, so let's get this Q&A started with the first question. The first question is coming from Twitter, and it's from Pam N87, and it's for Helene. She asks, how has your character grown over the 10 years of the series?
Wow. Well, how has she grown? She's grown a lot, actually. I've been pretty lucky with how they've created lots of different storylines, married, divorced, married again. I guess she has, gained a lot of confidence in the world as a woman. She's accomplished much. She's traveled and hung out with Freud. There's so much she's done in the time. She has beaten death about 5 times. So I think that there's been a maturing for sure, and I think that it's really lovely the way they're writing the relationship between William and Julia, that it's just created this sort of, I don't know, there is a maturity, I guess, this maturity of,
It's grown.
from
They know
their
each
silliness in the beginning. They just have this sort of deep knowing of each other, and that's really nice.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so our second question is from Ann Williams. Ann Williams on Facebook, and this is for Lachlan. What sports, hobbies, or games would you like your character to explore?
What sports or hobbies? I remember, going way back. We had there's a ringer. I remember going way back. We had the checkers episode, and Higgins.
It's not a sport.
She said hobbies and games.
For Higgins, it might
Maybe
be.
you need to listen a little bit better.
Can
Personally, I love to play tennis and golf, both of which have already been featured on the show, so chances of that happening again are probably not the best. But
What if Higgins invented squash? Was squash being played
Like-
at this point?
Probably.
invented the vegetable or the sport? What are we?
Sport.
Okay.
It's a sport.
Butternut
Yeah.
squash.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, with really good goggles.
Yeah.
I
The
can see
thing
that.
about Higgins is that he's very, very competitive, so I don't think it would go well if he was playing with anybody, even if he was winning or losing. So he probably shouldn't play anything.
Maybe you could just play solitaire.
Exactly, yeah. And then fight with himself, yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay, well, our next question is from Kaylin Dunphy on Facebook, and it's for Christian.
Oh.
If you could choose a historical figure to be on the show, who would it be?
Ooh, historical figure. That's a tough question.
We've had so
I would
many.
love to see, we've had so many. I would love to see more writers. It was really cool to see Mark Twain on the show. It would be fun, even in the sense of fictional characters that have turned up, like Sherlock Holmes, and the way that has been played. I would love to see some more of that. So it would be kind of cool to see someone who thinks he's some sort of, I guess, an early version of Superman or something Canadian connection like that. Would be kind of fun to see something a little bit fantastical like that. Or even there's a huge movement around this time of early steampunk and like Flash Gordon, like a lot of adventures in space. I'd love to see some sort of fun tie-in like that. Something literature based would be really cool.
Awesome.
Good answer. Good answer.
Great.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Do we get points for good answers? Because I think
No, high five. Yeah, so it's high fives.
Our next
I give mine at the end.
question comes from Twitter. It's from Sophia Mancuso, and this is for Arwen. What is one thing that you and your character have in common?
Nothing. No, I'm kidding.
You
totally
both have
different.
a mean updo.
We do a mean updo. Although I don't think Margaret would wear a pink elastic. You know what? I think it's Margaret likes things done a certain way, and I think I'm similar. It's not necessarily a trait that I enjoy, but or actually it is a trait that I enjoy. It's not a trait that everybody I know enjoys. But I think that's something, Margaret, and passion. Margaret and I both share passion. We're both passionate people. So I understand her need to, when she gets into something 100%, and I'm the same way. So that's my answer.
Lovely. Okay, so this next question
I am
is
done now.
for all of you. This is from The Terrible Hook on Twitter, and the question is, if you could stage a crossover with any show on any network, what would you pick?
Oh my.
Let's go down from, starting from Helene.
Oh no, I haven't thought of it yet. Jump in if you've thought of something.
The Wire. That would be the darkest.
Honestly, I thought Breaking Bad.
So
that
did
was
I.
my first one. I was like,
That was my
Breaking
first
Bad.
thought, Breaking Bad.
I'll go with
odd.
Degrassi just because but I got reasons. Our fan base has been, it seems like the bottom age of our fan base has been lowering and lowering as we've been going along.
It's true.
And I think it's a fantastic thing, and I would love to see more of that crossover happening as well.
That would be fun, for sure.
I've always wanted to see Tatiana Maslany come on to Murdoch Mysteries and play someone who invented clones. But it turns out she's a big charlatan, and she was just playing twins. It was like her and a twin the whole time. It's like a cross between Orphan Black and The Prestige. Oops, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Prestige.
I haven't seen
You're
it.
supposed to.
I mean, it's been like 12, 15 years. But that would be like a fun CanCon like mix-up right there.
I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking local, like stuff that, is also on the CBC, because that would be interesting. But I'm wondering what we would do if we went to Schitt's Creek.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That would be brilliant.
Like back
Incredible.
in the day.
Historic Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
And then we would have them come on the show somehow as a well-to-do family and
well,
wreak
that's
havoc.
Yeah,
That would be kind of fun.
That would be wonderful.
that'd be amazing.
Can you imagine the wigs?
Yeah, the wigs.
The wigs
Oh my
that
gosh,
would
yes.
happen? Oh my goodness.
For us, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually have worn wigs on the show already, so.
I begged
This is
to
a
wear
wig, right?
wigs,
Yep.
but not so far.
This is the wig right now.
Yep.
Wonderful. All great answers, for sure.
The wig.
I actually didn't answer.
Unfortunately, Yannick couldn't be here with us tonight, but he definitely didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to join in on this Q&A. So we actually have a video from Yannick answering a few of your fan questions.
Oh, cool.
Fancy. We'll just sit here quietly for
Hey
2
guys,
minutes.
So I can check this.
So here,
next-
sorry I can't be there tonight to join the Facebook Live discussion for the season finale, but I've got a couple of questions here that I'm happy to answer, and hopefully I'll be able to join on Twitter. We'll see, I don't know, but here we go. Carolyn Salem asks, if you could go back in time to witness any historic moment, Canadian or otherwise, what would you choose and why? This is going to probably sound corny, but one of the things that I really wish I'd seen in my life was the birth of my second daughter, Dominique, on February 25th, 1991. I missed it, and I wish I could have been there because I love her very much, and I'm sure Chantal, her mom, would have appreciated me being there, but I was halfway around the world in New Zealand filming a TV series there. And so, yeah, that's one of the things I wish I'd seen. There's a million other really historically significant ones, but how do you choose, really? Backert Jane, filming takes long hours and many months. How do you find time for your families? That's a great question. I mean, you really do have to strike a balance, because we end up spending more time with our crew mates than we do with our families while we're filming. 7 months is a long time. But it takes some extra effort and a lot of patience on our families' behalf. Thank goodness that they are patient. You know, you got to make a Saturday night date with your girl, and you've got to make dates with your daughters. And when we do have 1 week breaks, we have some hiatus periods. We try to all get together, and we certainly try to get together during the holidays. But, you know, there's no rocket science. It's just a matter of making the effort. It stinks a lot of the time. It's very difficult, but it is what it is. It's the field that we've chosen. Hey guys, Yannick Bisson here. Sorry I can't be there tonight to join.
Okay, welcome back.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. We're just really comfortably
If you're
hanging out
just
here.
joining us, welcome to the Murdoch Mysteries Facebook Live Q&A. We are here with the wonderful and talented Helene Joy, Lachlan Murdoch, Christian Brunn, and Arwen Humphreys.
Hello.
So we love
calling
connecting with you all, so please don't be shy. Say hi to us in the comments section and be sure to let us know where you're watching from. We've got a few more questions submitted by you, our lovely fans, so let's get to it. The first question, or the next question we have, is from WoolQueen2 on Twitter, and this is for Helene. You work long hours. What do you do to exercise and maintain your acting skills?
You really do.
So, when you say exercise and maintain my acting skills, do you mean exercise and maintain my acting skills, or are we talking about, what do you think?
You know what
they
I
mean
think
there?
is like, you know how sometimes we have long rest periods?
Yes.
How do we get ourselves back into the scene? You know what I mean?
And
'Cause
yet the
you'll-
beginning of the question is you work long hours, so I'm confused. I think I'm going to
You
answer
do
it
work.
in many ways.
All right, let's
Every
do
single
this.
way.
When we work very long hours, I don't need to exercise my acting skills because we're constantly doing it.
Keep it sharp.
Keeping sharp. In between, I not only work out quite a lot, like I do yoga and I cycle and I run, but if you didn't mean that, then sorry. Exercising my acting skills, any other project that you can possibly do, there's nothing like auditioning for exercising your acting skills.
Yeah.
I don't do any classes as such, but I just did when I left acting school, and I was over that. I don't like doing classes. I'm not into it. But auditioning will whip you into shape faster than anything, and we tend to do
Absolutely.
quite a lot of that, as well as other little projects that I've been doing here and there. So I hope that answers all of the questions that I possibly
every
could
way,
think
yeah.
of.
That was
Amazing.
incredibly thorough.
I feel informed, personally.
So our next question is actually for Helen and Arwen, and it's from Diane
Wow.
Henning from Facebook. And the question is, what is your favorite costume you've been able to wear on the show?
Begins and ends with the corset, doesn't it? You guys love those things, don't you?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the corset.
I can see why we didn't get that question.
Actually, well, I don't wear corsets. It's
No,
out.
she
I might as
doesn't.
well just say it. I don't wear corsets on
No.
the show. And so what's fun is every now and then I get to wear a corset on the show. I get, like, one of the fun ones was that corset that ended up trying to kill me, you know, that deadly corset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like wearing a lot of elastic bands. That was a fun and slightly sexy outfit. It's kind of fun to be sexy when Julia's not generally, so. Over to you, Arwen.
I was just giving really snarky looks at the. It's kind of fun to wear corsets. Someone was sewn into her corset for the wedding episode. Anyway, no big deal. 17-hour day. So no, I'm kidding.
That was like two
No, I
seasons
feel
ago.
really good about it. And
seasons.
no, actually, it was from the wedding episode. My favorite outfit was from the wedding episode. It was the rehearsal dinner outfit, because the blouse that I was wearing was from the period. And what I love wearing those clothes, because the detail, it's always about the detail that I just sort of fall in love with every piece that I've worn. At Julia's first wedding as well, I wore an amazing outfit from
Hey now. No need to
Julia, not Helen. Julia. So anyway, I love that as well. The detail, it's just pieces from that time I love. So
Wonderful. So our next question is for Lachlan and Christian. It's from Twitter, and it is from Sophia Mancuso. Again,
Thank you, Sophia.
Very prolific.
Yeah.
She has great questions.
Yeah, she does.
If you could play any other character in the series, who would you choose and why?
In this series?
Yes.
Each other.
In this series?
No, I think I'm going to go for Yannick. I think I'll go for Murdoch, but I mean, you've had some great stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I think just sheer scope of it, yeah, that's
And the amount of times you'd be able to make out with moi.
exactly.
on screen,
Yeah.
at least.
On screen.
That being said, it would be very fun to be the other half of the comedic duo of Johnny and myself. I think that would be pretty fun, because it's been,
Oh yeah.
that would be a cool dynamic to try out. Maybe we'll switch bodies or something, season 11, 12, 14,
Oh,
who
that's
knows?
what we need to do.
Switch bodies.
A body
Right.
switching episode.
I think I'd like to be either Dr. Ogden or
Yes.
Miss James because I want to work in that lab. I love like all the
It's the coolest
science.
set.
It's my favorite set. I love all the science. I love that there's always like gnarly dead bodies lying around
So
that
gnarly.
you're like grabbing things out of. I think it's so cool. I'd like to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question is for Helene. It's from Diana Haven on Facebook. And the question is, what was your most memorable experience on set?
So many.
Most memorable
When you finally got to work with
experiences.
me.
Yeah, I finally realized who Jackson was. That was no memorable moment on the set. Oh my God, it's really hard. Do you guys find questions like that hard? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The scope
just-
is
the
yeah.
scope
It's
is ridiculous. It's 10 years and it's
150 episodes.
Yeah, and
we
there's
might
a,
add
a
coming
lot
up. Yeah.
has happened.
Yeah.
Things stick out. I guess that's what we have to go for. I
What
really
about when you got to like fire an arrow
Yes.
through like some good fun action in that? That was
I
last
love
finale, wasn't
the
it?
action. Every time I've had to do action, riding a horse.
Yeah.
They finally let me ride a horse because everyone else got to ride a horse. But I finally got to like canter on a horse. That was fantastic. Firing the arrow. The other one would have been all the swimming in the sunken set that we had. That was really fun, and all the work. Basically, just having to be underwater all day in Victorian outfits. That was challenging and fun.
Very cool. So we've got two more questions. The next one is for everybody, and it is from Sarah Tees on Twitter. And her question is, what's your favorite line that your character has said during the series?
Another epic question.
Yeah. We'd
maybe
always
a
probably be able to
situation.
remember other people's lines better.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
Somehow it's. I know that when I learn my lines, and the day is gone, I erase them from my brain a little bit because there's too many.
Yeah, I know you have to make room. You got to clear out, delete stuff.
Yeah.
I once had to say, I have no idea what season it was. It was the second part of a line, and I know I'm getting very specific here, but it was, did you question the rest of the investors yet, as the detective asked? And because it made me crazy trying not to, I worked for like a full day trying to say it without
Yes.
slurring it all together. Did you question the rest of the investors, as the detective asked?
Yes.
It was a
mean.
tough one, yeah, it was a mean one. So,
Yeah, we all have lines like that. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So I was proud of myself for getting that one. I gotta think like 90% there. It's maybe still a little bit of a slur, but that's one I like.
I thought of one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When it was recently, actually, I guess, in this last season, when I get to say, I've had better. Do we remember that moment? No, you guys don't remember. Just the moment was fantastic because it was Pendrick. Sorry. Pendrick kisses.
Mr. Pender, the arch-villain.
He was, yes, he was being. What was that episode about? When he was changing, it was the Jekyll and Hyde episode, and so he was being the streaker or the stalker or the.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
where I got to
And
scream.
he kisses Ogden, and
Right,
she
just a
says
couple ago.
that she's had better, but it was obvious that she maybe hadn't ever had better. So it was a fun line.
I liked when you and Murdoch caught me and one of your medical students in the tent when
Yes.
we were making out behind the table. We
That's
thought we
right.
were alone, and you guys came into the tent. We popped up, and like our clothes were like all undone. I don't remember what I said, but basically it was just like we were. Then this happened, and then it was just like, oh, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We should go.
That was a very good moment. I don't
I
remember
enjoyed
the
that.
lines either, but
I don't get to do the romance
was
too
very
often,
funny.
but I think I really turned it up a notch there.
yeah, you hit
I'm
it
feeling
home.
something right now.
You hit it out of the park. Is that the same?
Thanks.
Hearts dangling. Dangling. Hearts. Just let me be. Just let me be me. Are you done?
Oh, yeah. So desperate for
I
camera
need my
time.
moment. My line. I need my line now. Mine is, I don't know, I think it's cool that Margaret says, "Oh, Thomas," at least once an episode. You know what I mean? Because it actually was in season 2 that I was thinking about this the other day. That's how I remembered, was that that's the first time she said, "Oh, Thomas." It was just, "Oh, Thomas." And now
he's
I
got
say it
bloody
all the time.
hell,
He's
and
got
then
bloody
you've got "Oh,
hell.
Thomas."
Which, and I've got "Oh, Thomas," and that's our thing. He says that, and I say that, and then we're done. Scene, day. Done.
All fantastic lines. So we are moving on to our last question, which is for everybody as well. It's from Emma Mesnes on Facebook. And the question is, did you all expect Murdoch Mysteries to be this popular and run for over 10 years?
Yep.
Really? That was in my grand plans.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That's what I was going for at the original. It has been continually amazing how much it has grown, and we all knew when we started this that it was solid and had such great Canadian roots, and we all got along together so well. But it nevertheless is continually amazing, like I said, to see how popular it has become. It really is incredible.
You know what the truth is? It's like, for me, it wasn't so much when I was shooting it, because the first time I was on, I had, as is well known, 3 lines and 2 of them were words, and I knew nothing about the show, and it was just sort of like, yay, I got work for a day, you know? But when I saw, it's true, I'm an actor. So, yeah, I am, actually, I know. No, but it was more when I saw the production value. I saw a whole episode, and I saw the production value, and I saw the writing, and I saw the humor and the cast, and sort of, and the whole thing. I was like, and I'm going to say this, and I mean it, it's going to say, but it was like, wow, this is a really good show. You know, like, this is actually, it's really well done, and it's, it's a great show, and every time I've had the chance to watch it, I'm always like, God, this is really good. I really like this. Like, I really like this, you know, and that's something. So it's when I saw the whole, and I mean, did I know it was going to go for now coming up on 11 seasons? Absolutely not. I don't think anybody ever thinks that, but I'm constantly, like Lachlan said, just amazed at how the progression. It's lovely.
I think it's kind of a record-breaking show that we really didn't expect at all, and the fact that in its 10th season it just won the Golden Screen Award at the Canadian Screen Awards for the top-rated show in Canada. I mean, that's absolutely mind-boggling. I've never heard of a show doing that before, and consistently over the last few years we've just grown our audience per episode. Yeah. It's so amazing.
Bigger numbers in the 10th season.
That's never been done before.
Like, that's crazy.
If anything, it's the opposite of that. So it really is a mold-breaking show, and I don't think anybody foresaw that. And I just feel lucky to be a part of it, because I was a fan of the books and the TV movies, and then when the show started up, I remember years ago, before I got a chance to be on the show, never having an audition for it and just thinking, oh man, I really want to be on this show so badly, but it's, you know, it's the 3rd season, it's probably not going to last another year. And then I got a 4th season, I'm like, maybe I'll get an audition. Didn't get an audition in the 4th season. I was like, oh, well, that's it. There's no way it's going longer than that. And then the 5th season, finally got a chance in the 5th season, and it was one audition, and then I crushed it. Here I am. But it's been a complete honor and a privilege, and a total surprise that it's taken off like this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I remember the first audition I had for the show. I mean, I did a very different role in the movies, and I thought, these are cool, never heard of these before, and then never thought of it again.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, it was like a syphilitic baby killer or something.
Sure.
And then they thought, Ogden! But somehow that worked out, and I don't know how, but that, you know, someone was on my side. All I know is that it wasn't like any other show I had auditioned for, which is perhaps why this has happened. It's not trying to be like any other show, and I feel like that's what's going on television a lot. You know, a lot of the time. Not all the time. Yeah. But, and that really always sinks the show, because there's always someone doing what you're doing a little bit better, but no one else is doing this. So
I like it.
No.
Yeah.
We have cornered the market.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Cornered
That's
the market.
sign.
This
It's
is
American
the
Sign
corner.
Language for.
This is the corner of the market. This is the market. It's a square. I'm in the corner of it.
Very odd.
Just saying.
Okay, I see
No,
it
it
now. No, I
works.
see it now. I see
Thank
it.
you. Good.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much to our fantastic guests, Helene Joy, Lachlan Murdoch, Christian Brune, and Arwen Humphreys. We are so glad that you were able to join us. And thank you so much to all of you who submitted questions and, of course, tuned in.
Yes, thank
And
you.
of course, who could forget the season finale of Murdoch Mysteries? And the 150th episode airs tonight on CBC at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, well, let's do this.
Yeah, let's
Thanks
watch
again
it.
for tuning in, and we will leave you with the heart-pounding teaser trailer for tonight's episode.
Which we're tweeting.
We're
I'm
going to tweet.
tweeting.
Bye!
Tweeting at
Okay,
the
well,
corner.
Oh, they're offline. Damn it.
Sweet.
One day, Murdoch is on the run.
Murdoch didn't kill anyone. It is what the evidence says.
Caught in a conspiracy.
I don't think anyone in the constabulary can help me.
With a target on his back. The gripping 150th episode of Murdoch Mysteries, Monday at 8.